Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
He's alive!
Welcome to where the weird ones are.
Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Powerful figures in Hollywood as well as powerful politicians who are in fact not human. They're reptiles or they're lizards or perhaps extraterrestrials.
I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Let's get weird.
What's up, you fucking weirdos? Welcome to another episode of Where the Weird Ones Are. My name is Kevin, but you probably already knew that, and if you didn't, now you do. So, today's episode is Conspiracy Tuesday, motherfucking 10. This is a preview, so if you want to hear the full episode, please go over to patreon.com/weirdos only. Subscribe to that. It's only $5 a month. Just about the amount of an iced coffee or something like that. Yeah. Pretty inexpensive. It's $5 once a month. It would help me out tremendously. Not that I need it, but I would appreciate it if you did. But if you don't, I'm so glad that you're here on the regular channel listening to the regular episodes. I can't thank you enough. I do this for fun, so the Patreon is just to help me be able to keep doing what I love, essentially. So yeah, if you become a Patreon member, it's you get a free coffee mug. You get early access to the shows. You get Conspiracy Tuesday, and you get story time. Next week there will be a story time coming out. So yeah, story time number 2. But anyways, yeah, please like, follow, share, subscribe, do all that shit, leave a rating and review. I would greatly appreciate that as well. That's another good way to help out, and those are free ways to help the show grow. What else? Encounter Quest coming up fast, man. April 13th. If you want some motherfucking hot sauce, come on down to Hamlet, North Carolina. If you're in the area, come hang out. Should be a good time. A lot of tremendous speakers down there and wonderful vendors. I met a bunch of them last year when I went, so looking forward to seeing my good friends Jenny and Oren, as well as Jess Mora. Now that we've become friends, I'm looking forward to seeing her. She's an amazing person. So other than that, I think that's pretty much all I gotta say for this. I really hope you enjoy the preview, and I hope it really entices you. We talk about a lot about nature versus nurture. What drives people to do crazy, outlandish shit to other humans? Is it just a part of the human condition? I don't know. But yeah. So just your kids, protect them with every fiber of your being. Protect their innocence, keep them as innocent as long as possible. And that's really what I care a lot mostly about is mental health and protecting our children, because our children are our future. And by the way some people treat their children, it's almost we might end up in a dystopian future. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. like, I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't not imagine how people can treat other people, especially children, in the ways that they do. It drives me crazy. Doesn't make any sense to me in my head. But again, I can't stress this enough. Protect your kids. Let them know every day, as many times as you feel necessary, that you love them, that you care about them, that you are here for them. We don't need any kids coming up that don't feel like they can't talk to their parents about anything. When something fucking crazy happens to them, they need to be able to come to you and talk to you. So that's all I gotta say really about that. So again, if you're interested in the Patreon, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. It would help me out a lot with, you know, a lot of stuff. I guess I'm fucking technically groveling, which is not a good look. But I mean, I would really appreciate it. It would definitely mean a lot to me, if you became a Patreon member. But again, don't feel like you need to. So I'm just happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're alive. I'm happy that that we're here together. Another day above the ground is a good motherfucking day. All right, guys. You already know, you know what to do if you want to do it, and if you don't want to do it, still love you anyway. So, here's the preview for Conspiracy Tuesday 10.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Weird. Get weird.
What's up, party people? Welcome to another Conspiracy Tuesday. Which I actually kind of think I might have to stop saying party people when I start episodes, because Stacy started saying party. Well, what's up, party people? So now I feel weird about it. So anyways, I got 3 phenomenal guests. I love these guys very much. I talk to them pretty frequently about many different things. So let's introduce them one by one. We'll start with the one that you guys mainly know, mainly because he's been a part of the latest Conspiracy Tuesdays, almost like a co-host, but he is the co-host of One Nothing and running for president of One Nothing. So David, introduce yourself. Tell them all about you.
Hey guys, I'm David from Down the Rabbit Hole. I have I have an Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, TikTok. It's also called Down the Rabbit Hole. I share paranormal videos that interest me, that I want to watch, and I share about 3 a day. The page is over 80,000 now. Well, overall, the socials,
the
which
Facebook
is great.
and the Instagram.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm also the co-host of One Nothing podcast, and we've been breaking some records lately. And one of the reasons why is I'm running for president of One Nothing Nation. And now we have, of course, Amanda's also running. Rachel was supposed to be running, but I don't know. Do you guys even know who Rachel is? She's another co-host of One Nothing.
I didn't know. All I just know is you two. That's it.
So we have a third co-host. She shows up every once in a while, and I had a hit what do you call it, video just for her. But since I don't think anyone really knows, I just decided, nah. And we have other people running for One Nothing. We have another Rachel from Like Mother, Like Murder. We have Scott, who's her VP. He's from Beyond the Shadows. We have Natasha from Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracies. And there's a whole bunch of other people. I got a VP. It's from A Call to Madness. That's my boy. And we got this young man right here is my Secretary of Defense. Fantastic. I mean, do you know who you're up against, by the way? There's another Secretary of Defense in the contest. Do you know who that is, by chance?
No, I don't.
It's Stacy's dog. I just wanted to tell you that's who you're up against.
Oh, lovely. That little rat fucking looking thing that fucking probably weighs 20 pounds.
Less than that, dude. It's got to be a 12-pounder. I'm telling you. And then of course we have Samantha from the Suspended Sentence podcast, who's our treasurer. I've already taken up way too much time. Thank you, gentlemen.
You did not take up way too much time. It's totally fine. You know. Well, for everybody who's listening on the Patreon and on the preview, because I don't know if I told you guys, Drew and Zook, that Conspiracy Tuesdays have been moved to Patreon exclusives, but I do previews where I put the beginning and the end on, so people can follow your stuff and know who you are. And the previews go on all the regular channels, YouTube and everything. So, but next we'll introduce Zook. Zook, tell them all about you. Hey, also tell them about your fucking alter ego. That's interesting. I was just talking about that.
I don't know if this is the time or place for that alter ego, but
do it.
Always a time or place, sir.
Yes, always.
Well, let's see. I'm Zook. I'm one of the co-hosts for the I just blinked out.
Good lord.
Cryptid Warfare.
Cryptid Warfare. Conspiracies podcast.
This is why Z Baby needs some sleep. But yeah, I've been doing that for a while. Just sparked at a young age. I had a lot of dealings with paranormal stuff, and then later in life that led to me doing some research into cryptids and stuff, and it's crazy so much of this stuff is attached to or it's associated, not attached, but yeah, and that goes into spiritual warfare. But the other host, Drewski, which you'll be hearing from him in a second, yeah, he and we attack that from a spiritual warfare type perspective for cryptids, warfare, and spiritual warfare and conspiracies.
Dope. I will say real quick that I really enjoy your guys' podcast. So, I think you guys talk about some amazing topics. So
thanks, man.
I listen to it every week.
Brother.
Well, when you guys post, I should say, because I don't think you guys have been posting every week. But when it comes up on my Spotify feed, I'm like, there's one. Let's listen to it.
Yeah, wait till you hear Karen's in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm recording with Karen on Tuesday.
Oh, she's awesome, bro.
I'm assuming
cool,
we're
man.
talking about the same Karen who's Stolen Seed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish we had more time to
with
talk
her
to her. She's
on
just
Yeah, we're gonna have her on
knowledge.
for round 2, man. Next month.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts she's been on. She's an amazing person. So, but anyway, so Drew, if you don't mind introducing yourself, letting the good people know a little bit about you and what you do.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Drewski. I'm the other co-host for Cryptid Warfare Conspiracies podcasts. All you need to know is I gamble with my life, not my money.
Drop that mic.
Good. Where can they find everybody? Well, where can they find the Cryptid Warfare podcast?
Well, guys, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We have a YouTube channel. Just type in Cryptid Warfare. And then you guys can find our website. Just go to cryptidwarfare.com. You can find all our plugins, show notes, art, all that, our merch, all kinds of stuff. So it leads you to our Instagram page, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. We got Twitter, right? You do the Twitter, Zook?
Yeah, we have a Twitter account.
Oh, okay, never mind. Should I just take that one over too?
That
I
one will
got it.
actually be really easy. I
Yeah.
can do that one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's
David,
it, guys.
where can they find the 1-0 podcast?
We're available at every podcast platform. We even have a YouTube, but yeah.
All right.
Mainly
All right.
Apple, Spotify, all those good places.
All right, man. Dope. So, real quick before I get started, I did a Google of my podcast, and my podcast is on platforms I never submitted it to.
Oh,
And so now he's pursuing a civil lawsuit against this guy, because this guy's still like, because this guy is actually being charged for the abuse already. And now Kane has a civil suit against him for the abuse of his child. So I just, it happens a lot, and it's scary. I just saw a TikTok video of a woman actually preventing a man taking. I don't know if the other girl was a child or not, but I know she was young. And he was about to like take her. He even like was trying to walk away. She's like, "What are you doing with this girl?" And he's like holding her like really close to him, trying to walk away. And it was in the UK. And eventually she bothered this guy so much and was videoing him that he just walked away from the girl. He's like, "This is my cousin. This is my cousin. Leave us alone." And the girl was just like visibly fucking crying. And then as soon as he walked away, that girl friggin' broke down and was like, he said he was gonna rape me and blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck? In broad daylight.
Yeah, they're getting these guys are getting pretty dicey. They're getting pretty courageous on their stuff, when it comes to child trafficking and sex trafficking, man. Yeah, they basically hold no bars, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Well, I know in general,
supposedly,
too, like on another note, there's so much that is going to happen this year. It happens every election year, but so much, so much, or so many things are going to be thrown out this year, and then they're going to show a whole lot about trafficking, which I don't want to say like the deep rabbit hole my mind goes down to what I would do to these evil people, but I know it's man, it's just so hard, just thinking about these freaking evil people out there.
oh my god, yeah. And what the fuck
That girl's
was I
a
gonna
hero,
say?
by the way. That girl, she saved.
Oh,
kid.
absolutely,
What a fucking
100%.
hero, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I was actually I witnessed this. It was a young girl fucking basically like beating the shit out of this boy because she was like asking him who he was dating and who he was talking to on the phone. I don't even know if they actually really knew each other, but they were kids, the both of them. And I was like, who told you could put your hands on somebody?
Yeah.
I'm
What's
like,
funny, I
I
was watching.
literally stopped. The kid was he's like telling her to stop. And she's pulling his hair, punching him in the chest, in the arm. And he's like, "Stop, stop." And this was in the gym at the YMCA in front of so many other people. And this girl just thought it thinks it's okay to just haul off and hit somebody in front of the entire world, technically, because she's a female, I think, and well, she's also a child, which is weird to me. The thing about like young girls is when they have a crush on somebody, they like abuse them, which is the fucking weirdest fucking thing in the world.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
would
you're
have chased
thinking
him.
in that moment. I don't think he was like, you know what? Fuck that guy. He's dying right now.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But also
Uh-huh.
to me too,
You know,
but to me too, as a shooter, man, like I would seriously want to make that count. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would not want that
Yeah.
to be wasted. Like this is all or nothing. You got one shot. This is it. Let's make it count.
Yeah, Eminem.
Well, you're also
Love it.
coming from like a military and law
background,
enforcement aspect where
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
are
Tactical.
vigilant with your shooting. Kane was a freaking street fighter who
Yeah.
became a
Right.
UFC fighter.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He should have instead of practicing in the cage, he should have went to the gun range more. he would have got
Yeah.
it, baby.
He's a scary dude too.
He
like
is, man. He's
like
a beast.
he's huge. He's humongous. Thanks, Braden. I appreciate you. My son just brought me some coffee.
Attaboy.
Nice, Braden. Can you bring me a cup?
They want you to bring them a cup of coffee too. He's like, it's too far. He said.
Fair enough.
it's like off of that movie White Castle. Hey, bro, we're gonna go back for the car keys. Oh, my wallet. No, man, it's too far.
But sorry, Zook. I think I talked over you. You were trying to
Yeah, I was
to
talking
speak.
over you. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Well, no,
all
I
right.
forgot
Do you
what I
want?
said, but I mean, it's something like that. Oh yeah, it kind of makes you think like, if it happened to his son, how many other kids this might have happened to? And I
Exactly.
mean, and the parents
Absolutely.
obviously
Mhm.
knew about it since then it was brought to public, and I'm sure that they have cameras and whatnot. Man, people like that, yeah, as Drew said, it'll be so hard for me to be Christ-like, but that's why I need to focus on God. I will pray, but man, I'll just say I'll give the guy probably the Batman treatment. I won't. I'll just beat the crap out of him all the time. But
Oh, you talking about capturing him and torturing him? Is that what you're talking about?
we're talking about something else because it's not being recorded.
So
Yeah,
too, guys,
for sure.
FY. Also, guys, too, FYI, real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a little little tip. When I was in law enforcement, we'd actually go through classes and stuff like that with child sex trafficking, and I do this every time now with my kids. It doesn't matter where we go. If we go to Walmart, we go to public setting, a park, we go to an amusement park, whatever, right? I always take a picture of my kids, their full body of what they're wearing. So if anything does happen, law enforcement always ask you, hey, do you have a recent picture of them? Yes. Matter of fact, I took this one just today. Cool. Here's what they're wearing. Da 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 da. So it gives them an edge. It helps them out on how to find these kids faster instead of you getting a picture of them like a week later, right? Or basically like a week before or something. If you get it like that day, it helps them out tremendously to track them down faster. Because sometimes those kids like slip through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I just thought that was I throw that out there.
That's brilliant, man.
Well, that actually that reminds me of a story from Disneyland from a few years ago. A guy that he made a video about it. He used to work at Disney, and I can't remember what his job title actually was, but he said that that there was an alert that a little girl had gone missing. Parents couldn't find her, and security was at all the entrances and exits as soon as they heard about it, and they ended up finding the guy in the parking lot. So he did get out of the park, but what he did was he took the girl to the bathroom and changed her clothes, and the only reason that they noticed that it was her socks.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they found him in the parking lot.
What too,
So
I know Drew knows a lot of this, but like how they can tag your vehicles without you even noticing, or putting like a cloth in your I don't know, put like a cloth on your car or something. Then when you touch it, it makes you pass out or something. I forgot the chemical reaction, but it's weird.
That's the weird part is the emails that came out from the Pizzagate thing about talking about pizza and pasta, like all these weird fucking emails between all these high-ranking officials and shit. That's the weird part. And the pizza parlor in question had like nude paintings in the children's play area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, and there was I have a video of it, or I used to, because my very first episode we talked about Pizzagate, but the fucking audio sucks. My very first episode of
Is that with Gina?
Podcast. No, it's with my buddy Dylan. By the time I was able to get Gina on, because Gina was the first person I ever reached out to be on the show, and by then, like, I had cleaned up my audio, so there's something up in your fucking brain that is broken, and it's wild. It's crazy to me to think about,
Yeah. What's crazy to me too is what California's doing, right? What they're pushing for. They're trying to not make it outlawed. They're trying to make it like, oh, it's okay, guys. It's just another form of love.
What the bill says, 11 and older. The consent that you can get consent from 11 and older.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I knew it. Like
it's been real since like 2020.
Yeah, it's been like that for about a minute, man.
So
he runs this ad. he gets a bunch of people to participate in it, and you know they at random selection pick guards and inmates, and then they sent the cops, the actual police force, go to the to give the like a full experience. They go pick up the guys at their homes and arrest them like they're doing a real arrest.
And so,
Oh my god, yeah, no,
I mean, they're
these
both
are
Yeah,
behind
bro.
Trump, and like they're
Bro.
unfortunately, it's all in the same melting pot. Like it's just
absolutely.
packaged differently. Politics is to make it that high, man. You have to do a lot.
Yeah,
So,
it's worshiping false fucking gods, man.
Straight
That's
up.
what that's what it comes down to. That's what Hollywood is doing. That's what politics are doing. Like, you don't know these fucking people, but you have them so high on this pedestal.
Mm.
You know, and you're just like
hmm
sometimes
to
we don't even realize it
regular
because
people.
sometimes I try to compare myself to these people. I want to make, man, I want to be just like him. Like his personality is so cool. But little do I know, like what he does off the
What
set.
he does behind closed doors.
Yeah, I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
Everyone needs to
it
work
is
on
crazy.
themselves, man.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Work on yourself. Don't be looking at nobody.
Yeah. Why?
There ain't
Why-
nobody
I
but
mean,
you.
I look at people all the time, but I don't compare myself.
yeah, so, Kevin, I love the way you rearrange your furniture. I mean, what?
Oh, thanks. I
Dude,
even
I
have
swear
I even
every
have
time.
a mini fridge here.
Oh, shut the
Oh,
I have
front
water
door, sir.
Oh
Dude,
my
and beer.
gosh, I'll take one.
where is the toaster oven? That's what I want to know.
The toaster oven is downstairs in the kitchen where it
I
belongs.
trusted you. It should
You
never
gotta-
be in the kitchen.
You got to bring it up here and like make a pizza while you do a
You need a
podcast.
TV up there too.
Pizza
That'd
and
be
podcast.
interesting because I can't eat and fucking podcast at the same time. That doesn't make any sense, sir.
Drew does all the time.
Oh, you can, man. Just have someone else talk while you eat. I do it all the time.
I mean, you hear him spitting in some of the episodes,
I have
don't
been actually the friend that I brought up, Keith. I have been thinking about doing a podcast with him, like a different podcast, just him and I, like comedic kind of thing, where him and I just talk shit to each other.
I
I'm
mean,
outside.
they're spies. Some people think they're spies.
Got an owl.
Yeah.
There might be one in every 10 is a spy.
Yeah, I know this dude that doesn't believe the birds are real. He thinks they're all drones,
Government.
basically.
I don't think all
Have
obviously
you heard of
birds
that?
are real, but I think there's fucking some of them that are robotic or drone type things.
Well, I've seen
I
like
believe
a
that
drone
could
fly.
happen.
I mean, it really was like this. I mean, it was maybe like 3 times bigger than an actual housefly. But I mean, you could actually buy it, and it was a drone. Like its wings came out from its back, and then it would flutter.
Wow, that's crazy.
Or how about those? How about those mosquitoes in California who have serial numbers on them?
Oh, dude,
I think they're supposed to inject you with
in the 90s. I was writing a comic book, right? I was working with these artists, and it was about the lead was basically a former military guy who's a homeless man, and he thinks his name is the worm because every time he sees his jacket, it says M Row on it. And he sees it in and he's got some mental issues, and so it's funny to me that one of the scenes is like he's walking, and when he looks back, he sees a bird looking at him. And when you close in on the bird, it's like a camera kind of moving one of the eyes.
Yeah.
And he's nuts. This is what he sees, right? And now it's like, is it real now? Fuck. God damn it.
Right?
I want some royalties.
Yeah.
I should have got that right there, David. Dang.
Anyways, so I guess we'll just wrap it up, and for all the Patreon members, please, follow the 1-0 podcast, check out the Cryptid War podcast and all that stuff, and so happy that you're here. If you're watching the preview, if you become a Patreon member, cool. If you don't, that's totally fine too. It doesn't bother me the slightest. I'm just happy that you're here
Become a
listening to
Patreon.
the regular channels. What?
It bothers me. Become a Patreon.
It's only $5 a month.
Didn't deny it.
I mean,
pretty inexpensive, I think. But you get the
you
conspiracy
get a cup,
Tuesdays,
right,
you get the
Kevin?
story
Don't
time,
you get a cup?
and you get a coffee mug right here.
Come on, dude.
And I have
Beautiful.
3 different coffee mugs, so you can pick one. Just message me as soon as you become a Patreon member. As soon as you do that, but I got one last night, but then they canceled their subscription right after, so they get a month of my Patreon. They're
Oh,
probably like, well, let's just see what this stuff is.
They just want to support you, man. Here's $5.
Here's a month trial. But anyways, so Zook, tell them who you are, where they can find you.
We are Cryptid Warfare, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we Twitter a little bit.
Facebook,
YouTube,
YouTube.
Mhm.
X.
Yep. We're pretty much on all major podcasting platforms, and we're going to be coming out with more interesting looking content. So
Easy.
yeah,
You need a
bicep?
permit for
Yeah,
those
there we
guns,
go.
Kevin.
You do. Oh man.
Zook was touching him last time I saw him. Made
Who
me
was touching him?
uncomfortable.
Scott from Beyond the Shadows was touching him.
what I
Yeah,
heard.
him too.
You know what's hilarious to me is that picture you took. How quickly Ryan bent over for you, man. Now, what the hell was that about?
I was just like, hey Ryan, get over there for a picture, and he literally went.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
I'm gonna
Ryan.
clip that just so you know.
Okay. He likes them muscles.
He's all, yes, Daddy.
All right. So David, tell them one more time who you are, where they can find you.
I'm David from Down the Rabbit Hole. You can find me mainly on Instagram, but it's Facebook, X, fucking TikTok, and Threads. I'm also about to start up YouTube, which is I'm looking forward to big time. Paranormal stuff. I'm also the co-host of One Nothing podcast. You can find us on every podcast platform. And look this up. I'm running for president, by the way. So if you want to
David for
vote for
president.
me, you got to go to Apple Podcasts. You got to go to Spotify, listen to an episode, rate 5 stars, and then in the comments or you put in vote for David. I would appreciate your vote. Thank you very much. David 2024.
Drew, any closing statements on where they can, who you are and where they can find you?
Well, you guys heard it from old Luscious Z. You guys can find us on any podcast where podcasts are sold. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. You can either write us an email at cryptidwarfare@gmail.com. Also, if you guys are having problems with the unexplained or cryptids, give me a shout. We'll help you out. We'll gear up and try to take care of it. That's all I got to say.
Ew.
Also, message me details about Alabama too.
Yes, sir. I will.
At some point. But anyways, that's the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the preview too. If you're just watching the preview, please check these guys out. They're all amazing. They're good friends of mine. Happy to have them here. But guys, thank you for taking the time to do this. I know we did this really early because David was supposed to be on a podcast later today, and now he's not, which is a bummer. So probably going to have to go over down to California and give Stacy the big elbow. Maybe the George the Animal Steel. Something like that. I don't know.
She just got a new job. That's why. So.
I'm just. We love Stacy, so no shade. I hope she's having a fantastic time at her new job today. So,
yes. With
that, everybody, like, follow, share, subscribe. Do all the things. Leave a 5-star rating and a review. I would appreciate it. If you're not a Patreon member, I'd also appreciate it if you became one. But like I said, doesn't matter if you don't. And that's all I got to say. So thanks for being here. Question everything and stay weird, guys.
This concludes our broadcast day. Click.
Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. Life is fleeting. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky. When the stars are strung across the velvety night, and when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night And today, make a wish.